Good evening everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. It has been a whole year since we did the 4x4 house challenge, so I am ready to do it again a year later. Hopefully I've learned some stuff and we should be able to make it look a little bit nicer. What you can see on the screen now is the one that I made a year ago. I definitely think that I've improved in my building in a year. It's also around about the first video that I actually uploaded to this page, so I don't know how many of you have actually seen it. It's honestly not the best build. I definitely feel like I can do it better now, but let's see if I can. I think I've got a few more packs since then. Obviously, I've been doing builds pretty much every single day for a whole year, so I'm excited to see what I can come up with now. We're going to be using the Lot Pier Perfection for this. Of course, I started out by adding in our 4x4 build. I wanted to add this up on a platform as well, so it was a bit taller. We're going to go with this slightly concrete design as well, as I really wanted to incorporate a lot of oranges and yellows into this build to make it feel more sunny and warm. To make the 4x4 house feel a little bit bigger as well, I also wanted to add a patio to the front and the back section. For our front section, it just has a few plants in it, as well as obviously some lights for the front door. This also allowed us to add this little roof area directly above the patio that we could then add a bunch of plants to. I also decided at this point I wanted some ivy across this front section that would then kind of draw down into the bottom right hand corner. I added some windows as well to the side so that we could have some more natural light going into the actual building, which I thought was quite important given how small this is going to be inside. As we have all of the ivy growing up the side, I thought it would also look really good to have additional plant pots all across the front of this section as well. I also of course added a little mailbox too. I then added an additional window on the opposite side, and then I also added a chimney where I thought the kitchen might be. Moving around to the back of the house now, I of course added in my additional porch area, and then I wanted to section this off with a bit more concrete kind of style walls. This was to give it a bit more privacy. I then started adding in my other items. As this is a beachside house and we are only in a 4x4 house, I wanted to include the shower outside, as I thought this would make a bit more sense with all of the sand. Additionally, I wanted to add some seating in so that we had a nice area to sit and look over the ocean. I went with these Wiccan chairs as I thought they fit with the vibe the best. Now we can move on to the inside of the house, where I decided to split off where we were going to have the little toilet area. I chose the same walls on the inside as we had on the outside, as well as the flooring, just so that it felt like it was all one comprehensive house, as well as it also feeling almost like it was hand-built. We started off with the kitchen area, which I wanted to feel quite cluttered so that this felt like all of the different spaces were being used. I used these cute little shelves in order to add all of these different bits of clutter, including some books and of course kitchen items. I then added some additional kitchen items to the wall. I wanted some pots and pans there, as well as a little rug so that it felt a bit more cozy in this room. Opposite our tiny kitchen area, we also have a seating area with a place where we can actually make the food and of course the sink. Above the front door, I wanted to make this feel a little bit nicer as well, so I also added some little lights which I think make the room look really vibrant and warm. Obviously, we're going to need a place to sleep as well, so I decided to go for a bunk bed, which would then give us an additional space underneath it as well for more storage. The kind of storage that I decided to go with was going to be a wardrobe that we could then add loads of additional bits on top of, and I went with this gorgeous Wiccan designed one as I thought that would work best with our island theme. We can then move over to our bathroom, if you can call it that. It's basically just a toilet. I did add a large mirror though in there as well, just so that we had a bit more functionality to the room. I also used this little pre-built bathroom shelf, as I think that looks super cute in this kind of design and it doesn't make it look overly cluttered. And there we have it, our 4x4 build 1 year later. I think this one definitely looks better. It's got a lot more theme to it, along with a lot more colour scheme. I think last time we just kind of picked random things that kind of looked kind of cool, but it overall kind of looked a bit messy and it just didn't have the same kind of thought going into it as I think this one does. I definitely like the porches on this one as well. I think that definitely ups the game and makes it look a lot nicer. The front porch having all of the plants on it, and then obviously the back porch being where you can go after you've had a swim and just relax and get clean. But let me know what you think of this build in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. As always, this is uploaded onto the gallery under Hextra Hunt, so you can download it there if you'd like to. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post long content weekly and I try to post shorts a lot of the time as well. If you enjoyed this video, there is a recommended video on the screen now, so check that one out too, and I hope you all have a great evening.